Hey guys, it's Amy Holt. This video I wanted to make is all about knowing boundaries in your business. I mean that as far as morally or personally, ethically, whatever that is for you. Everybody has their own boundaries and only you will know when you're crossing your own. Personally, I had a situation on a photo shoot. I had modeled for Fashion Week for this client. I had told them completely honestly that I was not comfortable with their garments being sheer without wearing undergarments. So I wanted to wear a bra, and underwear to cover to make sure that I wasn't exposed. And they were fine with that for Fashion Week. And they let me walk in their show and they ended up liking me and they wanted me to model for their campaign. So I was like, great, I would love to, that's awesome. Their stuff was super cool and fashiony. So when it came time to arranging the photo shoot, I told the assistant, just to remind you, I'm not comfortable being naked underneath the clothes because they're sheer. And she was like, no problem. I show up at the photo shoot, they do my hair and makeup, and they're kind of unorganized. So they were running around all day, sort of stressing out. We were in LA, but we had to shoot down in Laguna and make that commute. So they'd done our hair and makeup and they were fitting us and they were like, okay, great, let's get down to Laguna. We hit a lot of traffic and the day was getting away from us because they weren't organized. They were kind of looking for someone to blame. In the midst of that, the photographer, who has done a lot of huge campaigns, shoots for a lot of magazines, is very talented as a photographer, starts shooting and she's very upset and frazzled as well. And she was like, you need to remove your bra and underwear. And I was like, I'm not comfortable without covering, my private parts. And she made a big deal about it and the designer completely supported her and said, you need to remove those garments or you need to leave. And it was one of those situations where I felt super embarrassed. Even though I hadn't done anything wrong, I was completely honest with them. Literally, there were probably 10 people and all the designers and everybody, and they're just staring at me, waiting, like, what are you gonna do? I had to say, I'm not comfortable taking off my undergarments. And they said to me, well, we'll Photoshop them out, so don't even worry about it. Which, by the way, I've had several friends trust people when they say that, like, oh, they're just gonna Photoshop out your private parts. And let me tell you, that doesn't always happen. I mean, maybe if you really know someone super well, that might happen, but I would not ever personally recommend trusting anybody on that one. If you don't want yourself out there. And I was completely being bullied by everybody. And when I stood up for myself and said, I'm sorry, then I guess I'll have to leave. The photographer's assistant held up the balance and sort of bravely whispered to me, I've never seen anyone do that as long as I've been doing this. And I took that to heart and literally, I'm cry thinking about it because it was really emotional. It was really vulnerable for me. I just turned around and I was, in Laguna Beach, there's a lot of steps and I was at the base of the steps when they asked me this. I literally I had to turn around when they told me to leave and I just walked up the steps and as soon as I turned, I just started bawling and I just kept thinking, I hope they don't call my name or ask me to turn around and say anything because I couldn't have. I was hair and makeup ready and I turned towards the steps and I was just bawled the whole way up the steps and the entire way home. And guys, I wanted to make this video and to be very transparent with you guys because the world is a tough place and you do get asked to compromise whatever your values are on a regular basis, especially in the business, especially in entertainment. And it's important to know what those boundaries are for you guys. And it's important for you to know because you will be tempted and you will be put in a situation sometimes. I can be very much a people pleaser and it was one of those moments where in the moment I didn't feel like I'd done anything right. I felt horrible. I mean, they basically gave me an ultimatum and I was forced to leave. I really encourage you to just know your limits and know your boundaries. Also, I want to say that I don't personally believe that there's one way of doing things. I have certain friends that would be offended that they have to wear a bra, and I totally respect what their belief system is. I have a lot of friends in a lot of different places, and whatever your boundaries are for you, you know what they are. And so I just encourage you to stay true to yourself and to stay authentic. Don't be a people pleaser. And at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself every day. Hope this video helps you. Just sort of recognize if you have been in a situation like mine, you're not alone. I definitely have made compromises in the past with certain things. And it's not to say that I may not change my mind on some of my boundaries, but at the end of the day, I want to stay true to myself and I encourage you to stay true to yourself. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for watching and listening to my story. The end.